Hello, I'm David Chaston with 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz. This week, get everything you need to know in 90 seconds at 9 o'clock. With news, the economic expansion around the world is slowing very noticeably, especially in international air freight volumes, and the change is quite sudden. In the US, data was released today on the expansion of their services sector in October. The market survey indicated no change from their earlier flash result at a healthy level, while the more widely reported ISM survey of the same thing showed a slippage. The market one indicated input price inflation up its fastest since September 2013, and the rate of job creation dipping to a 9-month low. The ISM one has the pace of price rises slipping back a bit, while the employment component dipped again. Overall, the US services sector is still expanding, but at a slower rate. Midterm election results are awaited by markets. The S&P 500 is level pegging today and will probably do so for the next few days. In India, their services sector's expansion is picking up with a strong boost in jobs growth. In China, and unlike the official one, the private sector services PMI is flashing strong warning signals. It fell significantly, dropping from 53.1, similar to the official one, to just 50.8 and barely recording any expansion. That is now its lowest since September 2017, and the sub-index for new business dropped to its lowest points in November 2008. There's been a very sharp weakening of demand for services in China over the past month. And don't forget, their factory PMIs were also near a stall. And this may not change soon. The US administration indicates that it wants new negotiations with China and anticipates a deal soon, and has been faced by being ignored by China. China's got some American farm products on the ropes. In Japan, their services sector activity is picking up and expanding faster. New business growth is up to near 5.5-year level highs. But they also report higher input costs. Even Singapore's PMI has bounced off its recent sudden dip. However, China's slowdown is being matched in Europe and is showing up in early air freight volumes. They were up only 2% year-on-year in September and well below the 5-year average of 5.1% growth. International air freight growth in Asia-Pacific is down to just 1.4%. In the US, it is down to 1.5%, and in Europe, down to 1.2%. As regular viewers will know, these are suddenly very low growth levels and undoubtedly reflective of trade tensions. Interestingly, even internal North American domestic air freight growth has slumped to just 1.5% as well. The US Treasury 10-year yield is marginally lower at 3.2%. Their 210 curve is back to just 29 basis points. The Aussie government 10-year is at 2.73%, that's up 3 basis points. The China government 10-year is at 3.56, up 1 basis point, while the New Zealand government 10-year is at 2.67, up a very substantial 5 basis points. Gold is down $3 overnight to $1,229 an ounce. And US oil prices a little changed today at just over $63 a barrel, and the Brent benchmark, and that's just over $73 a barrel, also little changed. This stability shows that markets have fully priced the US-Iran oil sanctions, which are now in effect, and prices are lower than they were a few weeks ago. The Kiwi dollar is starting today unchanged at 66.6 US cents, and exactly the same as this time yesterday. On the cross rates were also little changed at 92.5 Aussie cents and the same at 58.4 euro cents. That leaves the TWI at 71, but that's near its 3-month high. I'm David Chaston. That was 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz.